it's the Midnight Raven, and today for my 30-day health and fitness challenge video, we are looking at the weird and exotic foods from around the world. I believe there are 35 in total on this video. Hopefully we can get through all 35 in this video. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, I am the Midnight Raven. You can view my playlist of my 30-day health and fitness challenge, or you can follow me on Instagram for content every day. So let's get into this video. So, weird and exotic foods from around the world. Do comment down below and share if you've had any of these. Would you try any of these? And let's see what we have got today. If you haven't seen my previous video where I did one on 22 of the weirdest foods from around the world, this one is along the same lines, but this is weird and exotic. So hopefully we are going to get some different foods in this one. So the first one we are looking at is frog's legs from France. A slight shiver ran through my spine. I took one bite and I was done. I just couldn't get past the rest and the idea of this one. Oh, frog's legs. So this is a delicacy from France. I would love to go to France myself. Frog's legs apparently taste like chicken, but other people beg to differ. The taste can be described as being a mixture between chicken and fish. Never been to France, but if I went to France, I might try frog's legs just to say I've tried it once. Next we have Hormingus Colonists, which is big butt ants. We did see this in a previous video, so we won't stay on it too long, but basically you eat these ants. They basically are roasted and lightly salted to make a tasty snack, and they're nice and crunchy, and you basically just tear the wings off and eat them. Nice. Number 3, Maggot Cheese from Sardinia in Italy. Oh yes, doesn't that look appetizing? So this is Casu Marzu, and it's an aged Pecorino cheese which has holes in it, which is left for the flies to deposit their eggs in it. And once the eggs open, the larva hatches, feeds on the cheese, and then the cheese is ready. So this is basically cheese with larva in it. Live larva, mind you. Hard on the outside. I do not believe I would ever eat this. It's eaten while the maggots are still alive. That's a no from me. Now, here we have Sanakaji. This is a live octopus. Live octopus. This is from Korea. So this is an interesting one. This is an octopus that you eat while it's alive. So apparently, you chop it up and lightly season it. It's not technically alive. It's technically in a state of euphoria. So it's kind of alive and it's kind of not. The experience of eating a live octopus is like going to battle with your food. The wiggly tentacles. It sticks to your teeth on the inside of your mouth. And it basically tastes like brine. I'm not eating anything that's not dead or cooked. Locust bugs in Myanmar. So these are locusts. They're a delicacy. You eat them fried. Basically, it's just like chewing on something that's hard and crunchy. When you bite down at first, the tough exoskeleton, but then when it cracks, the gooey inside comes squirting out. It sounds horrendous. But it is a delicacy. Next, we have bird embryo from balut egg from the Philippines. So this is a dead bird's embryo. So this is a 2 or 3 week old duck embryo, the most popular exotic food that you will find in the Philippines, usually sold on the sidewalks. This is basically eaten from the shell. And the broth tastes like chicken soup, and it's simply sipped while warm. I don't know about you, but eating a dead embryo like that, just no. I mean, eating eggs, fine, like frying an egg and that, but eating a bird that's a couple of weeks old. No. So this is Basashi raw horse meat in Japan. So horse meat is a delicacy in Japan. And basically, it's raw horse meat. Raw horse meat is served thinly sliced with sesame seed oil and grated ginger. Apparently it's not chewy at all, and you basically eat it raw. You generally eat it in very thin slices and expect to pay about 800 yen for it, which is around $8. That's all I can say about that one. This is Guinea Pig in Ecuador. So we did see this in a previous video. It's basically where you fry a guinea pig and you eat it. If you've seen my previous video, you'll heard me go into this one. And you basically eat guinea pig. Apparently it's crispy, tasty, has a pleasant delicacy, and apparently it kind of tastes like pork. This is Cilia blood sausage. Okay, so Cilia's blood sausage, usually eaten in Spain. It's a blood sausage, and it's basically cooked pork blood, which is mixed with rice and onions. So basically, it's basically like in America, in the UK and Scotland, we eat black pudding, which is basically congealed blood put into sausage skin. So this is kind of the same lines. Giant ant eggs in raspberries. Okay. So this is another exotic delicacy from Southeast Asia. And basically, it's hard to describe, but ants and eggs don't taste like much. You bite down on them and they release a creamy liquid inside. In combination with the raspberries, I just go and get it. It's an insect dish with a giant ant egg and a raspberry sorbet, basically. Crocodile meat curry in Cambodia. Again, we saw crocodile meat in the last video. This is again using crocodile meat as a delicacy and complementing it with a curry sauce this time. It's an iconic dish, and crocodile is eaten in quite a few countries. Next, we have fried insect bugs in Thailand. Oh. Okay, so these are fried insects. And basically, they have a crunchy outside, kind of a, they're usually flavored with lemon balm leaves. You enjoy the taste of bamboo sticks, perhaps a bite of this crispy bamboo eating worm known as a rock Duran would be up your alley. So basically, take a bunch of insects, cook them, and then you eat them, basically. Coconut worms in Vietnam. Oh, do they look appetizing? No. So these are coconut worms. They form a beetle larva, which looks like a huge maggot. Beetles lay their eggs inside coconuts. The larva grows inside. They ruin the coconuts, but the worms are a delicacy. And they're basically eaten, which is kind of gross. Next, we have ox head in Oman. So this is kind of similar to the last video where we had a sheep's head. And this is basically an ox head this time. So same kind of process. This is basically an ox head, which is basically eaten. It's a delicacy. In some cases, these are possibly the only animals they have to eat. Not everywhere has pork and chicken and beef. And basically, the tender meat peels from the skull after it's been cooked. And it's basically an exotic taste of meat. Next is rats in India. So rats are, to be fair, all over the world. But rat meat apparently tastes like chicken, but it feels rubbery. The rats are eaten wildly around the world. It's a delicacy. They're not the only country to eat rats. Rats are highly available in most countries. They usually put them in water with salt and chili and leafy vegetables or a bit of added ginger just to give them a little bit of taste. Next, we have a camel burger in Morocco. So, obviously, any animal, I suppose you could theoretically eat. This time it's a giant camel head hanging on hooks, and basically they turn them into burgers. So camel meat is really expensive compared to beef and lamb, and is considered the better meat. Basically, it's made into meat patties. It's a little chewy, mind you, but it's usually served with onions and topped with carrots and Moroccan spices to give it a little bit of kick. Next, we have Mopan worms in South Africa. Not looking so good. Okay, more worms. Not a big fan of worms. Apparently, they're grilled until they're like charcoal, so really highly cooked. You can have them fried. They're a delicacy. Next, we have the Duran fruit in Southeast Asia, and this is possibly the most smelliest fruit on the planet. If you don't know what a Duran fruit is, it is the world's most pungent fruit. But if you can stomach it, it is delicious in desserts with a serving of whipped cream. Usually it's made into crepes or pancakes, or a fruit salad. And as long as you douse it in whipped cream, it theoretically you should be fine. So we've got chapalones and pre-Hispanic foods in Mexico. Let's see how we're doing for time. We're on 11 minutes. I don't want this to run on for too long, so we're going to have to skip a couple. Pickled swallows in Laos. This is where they eat swallow birds. And they basically have an extremely overpowering sour taste, so maybe not eat them. Fermented duck head. We spoke about this earlier. Fermented duck eggs. Basically a baby duck, a couple of weeks old, and you eat it in the shell. Gives you an awful gag reflex though. Mexican jungle rat. So again, eating rats. Again, a delicacy all over the world. Rats are highly available, really cheap. You can literally just pick them off the street and cook them. Next, we have Sopa de Mondongo tripe soup. Again, we did tripe in the last video. So tripe is basically the intestines of an animal, like a cow or a sheep. And then it's flavored, put into a soup or a broth. Next, we have an escargot, which is snails. These are technically an aphrodisiac, kind of like oysters. The escargot are fluffy and tend to taste like whatever they're cooked in. So if you cook them in parsley, butter, and that kind of thing. They're a delicacy in France, kind of along with the frog's legs. So if you want to try them. This is tacacá soup in Brazil. So this is another soup. And this is basically a spicy dried shrimp, peppers, leaves, and jambu plant. Don't see too much wrong with this one. It doesn't seem overly weird to have shrimp in a soup. I could be wrong. Chicken breast dessert. Now this, okay, chicken breast dessert from Turkey. Okay, so this is a delicacy, and it's basically a sweet and creamy sticky texture, usually served with cinnamon. The chicken breast is boiled, left to cool off. The meat is shredded. Then it's added to butter, sugar, vanilla, and ground rice mixture. The whole thing is refrigerated, made into rolls, and it's similar to a blancmange. Yeah, I'm not feeling that one. Tarantulas in Siem Reap. This is basically fried tarantula, I basically get. So this is basically fried tarantula. The crispy texture, the hairy legs, the hairy legs. Almost kind of like barbecue chicken, crispy on the outside, tender on the inside. If you fancy a tarantula, be my guest. Tuna eyeballs. Okay. So these are tuna fish eyeballs served in Japan and East Asia. They're a delicacy again. They cost about 250 yen, which is a bargain price, mind you, over there. And they basically, similar to a boiled egg with seasoning, they're wrapped in plastic. You basically take them home and do whatever you want with them. Exotic street food in China: deep fried sheep's penis, roasted centipede, and scorpions wriggling on a stick. There is no picture for this one, and I'm probably glad. So that was interesting. Some of these include fish skin, snake hearts, duck's head, and deep fried spiders. You got brain curry. Hopefully that picture has come up now. No, and probably glad. Okay, brain curry in India. Yes, brain curry. So this is basically taking the brain with its soft, gooey texture. It's high in fat, high in cholesterol, and it's usually from a goat or a lamb. Consumed in moderation. Brain meat is fresh, cut instead of frozen, so you get the best parts of it, and it's usually stir-fried with ginger, parsley, cumin, and black pepper, and you basically eat it. This is silkworm in South Korea. I wouldn't suggest eating silkworms. Silkworms don't smell too good. They don't taste too good. They don't look too good. But if you're desperate, short of money, I guess these could be an appetizer. I wouldn't suggest it. Flying fox in Vanuatu. So this is a delicacy. Again, they all said they're delicacies. So basically, this is, to be exact, this is Australian bat. I do not like the idea of this. So it tastes like chicken, and if you want to eat a flying fox, I mean, I don't know much about this one, and reading it is making me feel off, so we're just going to skip it. Purple blue tacos in Mexico. Purple blue tacos. So purple blue tacos are one of the strangest food in Mexico. They are blue corn tortilla shells. Very different, but the color is crazy, although it's basically just a taco served in a blue shell. I don't see a problem with that. In the UK, that would be classed as an Instagram trend. Green rum in Curacao. I can't pronounce that. So basically, this, although the Dutch Caribbean island of Curacao is famous for its blue saffron orange liqueur, this is basically tinted green, taste of aniseed, and it's a distilled spirit. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, I've always wanted to try absinthe, so maybe it's similar. A shot of this, which is basically a green rum. Sounds fine to me. And then you got PQ in Brazil. Not overly appetizing. So this is basically a fruit. It has dozens of shark spines sticking out of it before you eat it. And basically you remove the spines. It's not an overly, exciting taste, but it's bearable. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look too appetizing, but it's a yellow-orange fruit. It's generally eaten cooked, not raw. It's savory rather than sweet, so if you like your savory dishes, and you basically can eat this in Brazil. And that is the video. So if you enjoyed these weird and exotic foods, give me a big thumbs up. Comment down below, have you tried any of these? Do you want to try any of these? Some of these were a bit more weirder than my last video, but if you want to see the previous video where we did some weird foods from around the world, I will link that in the description. This was the 35 weird and exotic foods from around the world. If you like this video, give us a big thumbs up, like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow for another 30-day health and fitness challenge video. Take care and thanks for watching. Love you all. Bye.